Today we've got a story about a wayward teen who's not so bright.
That's coming up next on Corvette Ronnie's Crime Beat. Teenager suspected of a killing who was named one of Texas' 10 most wanted fugitives was caught in Los Angeles Tuesday after posting a live video on social media.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
18-year-old Christopher Gonzalez was wanted by Dallas police on suspicion of murder, aggravated robbery, and engaging in organized crime. He was arrested by Los Angeles police officers after Dallas detectives found him when he posted his location on Instagram Live.
What in the hell was he thinking?
Well, he obviously wasn't.
They declined to provide any additional information about the video.
Thank goodness.
Investigators say Gonzalez is affiliated with the Blood Street Gang, and he had been named to Texas's most wanted list in August.
He's accused of fatally shooting Horace Davis, 54, of Dallas last year. Officers who were responding to the report of gunshots found Davis dead in the driver's seat of a parked car and later got evidence linking Gonzalez to the crime, investigators said. A warrant was issued August 21st, the same day he was dubbed a Texas top fugitive. Gonzalez also among a group of suspects sought in several home invasion robberies in Dallas between October 2016 and February 2017. He's currently in custody and expected to be extradited to Texas. Police said it was not immediately clear if he had an attorney.
Well, I hope he and his boyfriend will be very happy.
Yes. If you drop the soap, don't pick it up.
It's good advice coming from a police officer.
Yep.
Have you heard about this story? Cops took $60 from a hot dog vendor. Yeah, he's on the street. He's selling hot dogs. He sees a business opportunity to head onto the campus at UC Berkeley with a cart full of hot dogs and fixings. He just hoped to make a little money off hungry college football fans. Instead, his day ended in a now viral confrontation with university police in which he received a ticket for operating without a license. Now, you can't do that. Okay, you can't do that. Ronnie?
Well, the biggest thing is it's kind of an unfair advantage. If he's not paying for a business license, then technically he can sell his product a little bit cheaper and undercut, or if he sells it the same as everybody else, then he's just making more profit. Also, by not having a business license, he's not subject to a health code. Yeah, so, I mean, I get it. Everyone is very, hey, let the poor man earn a living, I'm all for that, but a business license is not expensive.
No.
Go down there and get yourself a business license, do it the right way, and you won't have your money taken away from you.
So the officers took $60 from him.
Well, they booked it as evidence. They didn't just take it.
And they told him that a judge would decide whether he got his money back. In the 2 weeks since the September 9th incident, get this, strangers on the internet have helped to turn Mateus's loss into an opportunity, donating more than, I can't even say it, $87,000 to a GoFundMe campaign launched by Martin Flores, a bystander who recorded the incident.
The guy should not have any excuse now for not getting a business license for this. Other unlicensed vendors were detained on September 9th also, and authorities acknowledged that only Mateus got a ticket. The GoFundMe campaign was later modified to say that the money raised would go to help him buy a fully permitted food truck.
Wow.
That's great. I love it.
Wow. This guy, he goes down to Winco, he buys 24 hot dogs and 22 buns.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And he puts them on a cart and goes and sells them. And to reward him after losing $60, we give him $87,000 to buy a food truck?
That seems about right. Yeah, that
I
seems
don't know.
fair. Yeah.
I mean,
Well, what's going to be on his food truck? A hot dog on a food truck is not very creative.
no. All right, well, on Saturday, they presented him with a check for the money at an event outside UCB. Is that B? Yeah.
Yep.
The check was purely symbolic. The fundraising campaign is still accepting donations, but the show of support for Matthias and other street vendors has been very real.
If there's one little downside to this, it's that the GoFundMe assesses a 7.9% service charge on its campaigns. So they said that Matthias will have to set aside about 30% of the final donations just for tax purposes.
Yeah.
Still, that's a pretty good take.
You got to figure it's about 45, 50 grand.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, at
after
least.
taxes.
Yeah. So, yeah, I could live with that.
The campus says, we have instructed our officers to monitor illegal vending outside our event venues. This action has been motivated at least in part by issues of public health, as Ronnie mentioned, the interests of local small business, which is the license, and even human trafficking. I'm not sure I understand that. UC Berkeley Vice Chancellor Scott Biddy said in a statement earlier this month, in a case such as this, it is typical to collect any suspected illegal funds and enter them into evidence. So, I mean, what the campus is saying is that the security did exactly what they were supposed to do.
It would be exactly the same as if he was selling drugs. They collect the money that he's collecting. So it is. There's precedent set. It's not that unusual. It seems cruel and unusual, but it's still a crime. So deal with it.
A crime that pays $87,000. Wow, and they say crime doesn't pay? It did in this case.
Yep.
All right, that'll do it for another edition of Men Are So Smart. We're so glad that you watched today. If you enjoyed the show, we'd love to have you give us a thumbs up, like the episode, and if you feel so compelled to do so, a little button's going to come up over my shoulder here that's going to say Men Are So Smart, and if you click that, you can subscribe to our page. It's absolutely free. It's a tongue-in-cheek look at some of the news stories that are on the front page and some that don't make it to the front and end up on the back. We'd love to bring these stories to you just to take a little of the stress away from your everyday life. That's what we do. We do it because we're givers.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm a taker.
Are you really?
I'll take it, yeah. But I like to give.
Oh, I know you do. You're coming.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, we'll see you next time on, I'm Lou Gallagher.
I'm Corvette.ronnie.
And then we'll see you next time on
Men Are So Smart.
Yeah, you got it.